Hey guys, this is Mr. Breen, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to form the future perfect active. Notice I'm not saying I'm telling you how to form the future perfect passive, which is formed in an entirely different way. Yay Latin. But I'm telling you how to do the future perfect active. First things first, hopefully you know the drill. We're going to choose the proper principal part to build this thing off of. So let's use the word audio, audire, audivi, auditum, which means to hear. And so we're going to choose the third principal part. That's the appropriate principal part that we want. We're going to knock that I out, and that will give us our perfect stem, audiw. And we're going to add some stuff on the end of that. Okay, for the perfect tense, we're going to add nothing after the stem. For the pluperfect, we added ERA. For the future perfect, I wish I could say it was as easy as just adding some standard thing all the time, and mostly it is, but for the first singular, you're only adding ER. For everything else, you're going to add ERI. You'll see what I mean in a minute. As usual, to end things, we're going to go with our personal endings, and we're not going to use the isti, it business that the perfect active does. Instead, we're going to use the thing we always use, which is most, must, isn't. And in this case, because first singular is going to have ER come right before this, O works just fine. And ERM, that would be just weird. So we're going to use O and not M, but everything else will be st, mustis, nt. So, to bring everything all together, our perfect stem is audiw, and our letters that come after that, for the first singular only, will be ER, and for the everything else, it's going to be ERI, and then we're going to add our personal endings, OST, mus, tis, nt. So, you can see this all brought together, audiwero, audiweris. Notice it's ERI every single time, except up here. And audiwerit, audiweremus, audiweritis, audiwerint. Another way you can remember these endings is to think of the future tense of some. The future tense of some. And you can stick that right on the end. So we have audiwero, eris, erit, eramus, eritus, but we won't run into a problem here because we would normally think erunt. But instead we have erint. So that's a part where you can't use the future tense of some. But everywhere else you can do it. Ero, eris, erit, eramus, eritus, erint. Why, you may ask, is it audiwerint instead of audiwerunt, which would be nice because it would allow us just to use the future tense of some for the future perfect ending. But think about it. Here we have future perfect, and here it turns out this is the perfect stem. Remember that the perfect stem ends with, or the perfect active ends with isti, it, imus, istis, erunt. So if we ended the future perfect with erunt too, then everything would just get even more confusing than it already is. So instead, they use erint.